The UK is home to 6 million pet dogs. And for every loyal, obedient and perfect pet, there's a smelly, scary, sneaky and downright disgusting mutt. This is Victoria Stilwell. She's been a dog trainer for 10 years. And she's sick of the unnecessary chaos lazy owners cause by overindulging their pets.
Missed that bit.
What will she make of the not one, not two, not three, not four, not 5, but 6 dogs that have completely taken over the Holder family's home?
I can't get close to my mum's. All the dogs are barking at me.
Karen spoils the dogs rotten.
Come on, Mummy, go and get you one.
But her son Sean and husband Alan have had enough.
Get off. Can you imagine you go to school and people seeing dog hairs in your sandwiches?
6 mutts versus 1 trainer. Who's going to end up top dog?
Wake up and smell the coffee. They could take your dogs away from you. Make no mistake about it.
Borsal Common, a rural suburb tucked away from the hustle and bustle of Birmingham. 2 years ago it was quiet and peaceful. But then the Holder family moved in. These dogs should have ASBOs.
I think the neighbours have just had enough of it now.
And if one of them goes, then the rest of them are going to as well.
Karen loves the dogs and takes every opportunity she can to spoil them.
Bit of quality spoilt time, isn't it?
Yeah, darling.
If I had my own way, they'd all be in bed with me.
But they're driving her husband away.
Alan thinks I think more of the dogs than him. Yeah, I do.
And her son mad.
I want to try and get away from the barking. It just does your head in.
If the neighbours keep on moaning, they might get onto the council and the council might come round and like...
Victor.
This family is being pulled apart by dogs.
The dogs are like they are because they are spoiled.
I would never get rid of any of my dogs. I'd rather get rid of Sean and Alan.
My mum needs to learn to control how she feels towards the dogs.
Enter Victoria Stilwell, a dog trainer for the past 10 years and a woman with strong views on dog ownership.
It makes me really angry when people take on more dogs than they can care for properly. 6 dogs in a suburban household doesn't sound good to me.
It doesn't look good either, and the noise is unbelievable.
Do you want a cup of tea? All right, Mummy do. Mummy do.
Victoria arrives at the Holder household. First, she's deafened.
That's a greeting and a half.
Then she's soaked.
Do all your guests get greeted like this?
Yes,
Do
yes.
they?
Yeah.
Just all the dogs jumping up all the time and wanting to lick the face?
Just before Blue licked your face, she went straight from licking her bottom and then licked your face all around your mouth. Delicious. All of the feces has gone straight onto your face. It is disgusting, and it's something that's going to stop.
Their manners might be bad, but there's nothing wrong with their hearing. No ordinary dog biscuits for these pampered pooches. Karen's on hand to buy her babies their favourite treat.
Hello, can I have $6.99, please? Yes, please. Come on, then. Come on, then. Oh, look what we got.
Get the flipping ice
Look
cream.
what we got.
Unbelievable.
Maz. You there? You got some sauce on it.
How many times a week do you do this?
About 5.
5 times a week?
Yes.
Basically, when your husband's not here.
Yes, because he has a fit at me.
I'd be hyperactive if I ate all this sugar.
But they enjoy them.
Yeah.
They do enjoy it, look.
While the pooches get the best of everything, Karen's son Sean leads a dog's life.
Sometimes I just give up with homework because dogs are just barking downstairs.
When the rivalry gets intense, it's Sean who's sent to his room.
How do you feel about the dogs?
They can get very annoying sometimes, especially Blue, who runs around in circles barking at me. And so my mum can't watch the TV and she tells me to go upstairs. I don't get much attention from my mum. When I'm going to kiss her goodnight, all the dogs just jump on her and sometimes just forget it.
What about if you gave her a hug?
No.
The only time these dogs don't rule the roost is when Karen goes out and she locks them up in cages to stop them wrecking the house.
Mouse and Blue go in here.
Right,
And Cookie goes in this one.
right. And where do the others go?
Penny goes in the bed here, but there's not much room.
6 dogs, all in this little space.
Yes.
For 4 hours when you go out.
Yes.
If your dogs keep on being in here, that's going to make their behaviour more hyperactive, more crazy. They're just dying to get out of the crate. And that's very, very stressful. It's not nice.
So far, that's no discipline, overindulgence and bouts of imprisonment.
Why are they barking now?
It's 1:30. They want a cup of tea.
Tea, human tea.
Human tea, yes. You want your tea?
Oh, the factories may be roaring with the boom-a-lacka, zoom-a-lacka-wee. But there isn't any roar when the clock strikes 4. Everything's stopped for tea. Oh, a lawyer in
Victoria takes dog nutrition very seriously. Ice cream, biscuits and sugary tea are not on her list of healthy foods.
You're feeding them crap. This is just what it is. It's crap. It's not helping your dogs at all. When you start adding caffeine and human sugars into a dog's diet, that can cause all sorts of health problems. This has gone beyond it being a cute thing to do. This is actually talking about your dog's health, your dog's well-being, and the way that it's affecting their behaviour as well.
6 dogs in one house, locked in cages and high on sugar. It's no surprise there are frequent fights within the pack.
Does this jealousy happen a lot?
Yes, one hell of a lot.
Oh, yeah, Cookie won. Cookie was successful. And now, look, Cookie's going over and standing over Toby, just saying, all right, that's it. Know your place. I'm going back to Mum. That's my place.
God.
Yeah, see? Hi, Mum.
God.
Toby's gone, and I'm coming over and I want your attention. And, hey, I've just succeeded because I just got your attention.
No.
What do your dogs do for exercise? Do you take them for a walk?
No, I can't. I can't take them for a walk because...
Sorry, I'm sorry here. You have 6 dogs in a house.
And I can't take them for a walk.
And you can't take them for a walk.
No.
So these dogs never get walked.
No.
That, to me, is cruel.
It is.
Karen, you have got to walk these dogs. If you do nothing else, you have got to walk these dogs. There's not going to be this craziness all the time, this barking. When anything exciting, anything different happens to break up the monotony of the day. All dogs need exercise and stimulation. Without it, behaviour problems like the ones that I've witnessed occur. And if you can't take 6 dogs out for a walk, and you can't manage your environment and get people to come and help you, you shouldn't be having 6 dogs.
Victoria can see beyond the chaos of this pack of dogs and distinguish 6 very different personalities.
It's still interesting to see that each of those dogs has a really crucial personality. And like children, there's a sort of, they form a family. Penny's the protective older sister that's always looking out for everybody else. Mouse is the small little one, quiet. But you know what? Don't mess with Mouse. Blue's all over the place. He's just sort of excited and what's happening now and just a tiny little bit messed up. Fudge is the older sister that never married, that sort of is a little bit irritated at things. Cookie's the bully. He's like the lad going around bullying everybody. Yeah, you shut up, you shut up, you shut up. Toby has this air of, you know what, I'm just gorgeous. It angers me that they're not being treated as a dog should be treated.
And a little understanding goes a long way. Once she's captured the attention of all 6 dogs, Victoria can teach them to sit.
All dogs, watch me. All dogs.
Fudge and Penny are crossbreeds. The other dogs are all pedigree German Spitzers, renowned for their high intelligence.
Good. Blue, sit. Good. Mouse, sit. Good. Cookie,
These
sit.
dogs never
Toby,
obey their
sit.
owners.
Good.
Alan and Karen can't believe it.
Well done.
It's a miracle, isn't it? Look at them all together.
But that's just the beginning of the miracles. Long-term improvements will depend on a proper exercise regime.
Let him
Yay! Freedom!
And getting rid of all their junk food.
run. Doggy teapot.
Oh,
Away.
God.
Yes. Ice lollies too.
Oh.
In. That's it. Dump them. Oh my goodness. I think you should take them outside front door, put them out there for the bin man. There you go.
Sugar,
Bye.
caffeine and E-numbers can all make a dog's behaviour worse. Victoria's prescribing a diet of grilled chicken, fresh veg and brown rice.
It's good for us. It's therefore good for the dogs. I mean, just maybe once or twice a week to keep meal times interesting. So put the normal food in, add a tiny little bit, and then we'll see if they like it.
We spend more than 800 million a year on pet food. But dogs can do just as well on healthy human food, including leftovers that'd otherwise go to waste.
We can save a little bit for next meal as well. No, get your hands in there, Alan, get them dirty, go on. That's it.
Most dog owners can't resist spoiling their pets. At least this way, the dogs are getting a treat without damaging their health or making their crazy behaviour even worse.
This is the sound of happy dogs eating.
Victoria can teach an old dog new tricks. Their owners, on the other hand, are a different matter entirely.
You do not want Penny, Cookie, Fudge, Mouse, Blue, any of your dogs to come in here.
I can't like it, I'm sorry. I can't like it, I can't like it, I'm sorry.
Victoria Stilwell is teaching Karen and Alan Holder and their son Sean how to train their 6 unruly dogs.
It's crap, it's not helping your dogs at all.
Karen loves the dogs, but her husband, son and the neighbours have all had enough.
I always get jealous because I'm the one always left out.
These dogs haven't been walked in more than 2 years and are fed vast amounts of caffeine and sugar. Victoria's changed their diet
A little bit of vegetables.
and given them an exercise routine. But 6 dogs crammed into one small house means there are still tensions within the pack.
When you have a lot of dogs together, they form a pack, and that pack structure changes all the time. But there's still sibling rivalry, because still fights can occur, and the dogs that get on very well, but like children fight, they could be the best of friends, but they fight, dogs do as well. And Cookie is trying to kind of control all the other dogs. So what is the best kind of punishment we can give to Cookie to really, really drive the message home that if you continue this behaviour...
Take him away from the other dogs.
Exactly. Even if it's just for 3 minutes. Boom, the behaviour happens, Cookie gets swept up, taken out, put in the kitchen.
Cookie's chosen victim is usually Karen's favourite dog, Toby.
Each time he does that behaviour, whoop, out. He's removed from the situation. That's going to send a very, very strong message to him.
To stop Cookie's bad behaviour, Karen will have to do this every time he's aggressive.
Come on, down. You're not supposed to be on the tree, please.
She's not.
Dogs need consistency. If you don't want them on your sofa, they must never be allowed on your sofa. But Karen is addicted to their love and affection.
You don't go on the settee, do you, sweetheart?
She's got to learn to stop indulging the dogs and ignore their constant demands for attention.
As soon as the dogs jump up on you, you're going to just stand up. You don't say anything to them, you don't look at them, you don't touch them, nothing, you just stand up.
because your body's saying it all right? You just wait for a couple of seconds whilst your dogs aren't jumping up on you, and then you reward them with attention whilst they've got 4 paws on the ground. All right? Done, that's it. Sit down. No, that's not good enough. All dogs off.
Off.
Good. Your body is speaking volumes to your dogs now. Sit down again. Up again. Again. That's it, Karen. Up. It's just on your terms now.
Just finding it very hard.
If you want it to really change, just a day or 2 is not going to cut it. Nobody jumps up on the leader. There's going to be more respect for you now. That they're going to know where their place is.
After just 15 minutes, the dogs are happily on the floor. But will their owner resist temptation and let them stay there?
Good boy. I feel cruel, like to say the dogs want to come for love because they're so used to it, to turn my head and ignore them. I'm finding that very, very difficult.
All right.
As Karen is determined to keep all her dogs, regardless of what anyone thinks, she'll have to commit to giving them plenty of exercise. Victoria recommends a minimum of 3 walks a day.
Very hyped up. Very hyped up. Do you think that Sean will walk the dogs with you?
I think it will wear off after a while. Personally, I don't think he's a doggy person.
I guess from a child's point of view, it's not great to know that the dogs come before he does. We want Sean to become more involved with the dogs, so we want Sean to become more involved with you because he is feeling left out.
To get Sean more involved with the dogs, Victoria's going to teach him to control their barking.
Fudge is a major barker, major barker. So what I want to do is I just want to wait for a little bit of quiet and treat her when she's quiet. Now she's quiet, I'm going to do the hand signal with the word quiet and give her a treat. Quiet. Good girl.
Shouting at dogs when they bark makes them think you're joining in with them.
Quiet.
Hand signals are more effective.
I just want you to wait for quiet.
Quiet. Good girl.
Very nice. Now try it while she's barking.
Quiet. Good girl.
Because eventually we want her to stop barking without a treat, because she's had quite a little while to learn what this signal means. Quiet. Good girl, Budgie.
Much better that I can control the dogs with the hand signals instead of annoying my mum by shouting as well. Good girl.
1 dog trained, 5 to go. Keeping 6 dogs in a small house like this will require incredible discipline and commitment from their owners.
And I want you to work on everything that we've done. No jumping up on you, no jumping up on the sofa when you're sitting down. Very important that these dogs get out and have exercise. We've seen in the last couple of days how much quieter they are when they have had the chance to get out. I'll know when I come back if you haven't been working at it.
What?
I'll know.
Victoria wants these dogs walked 3 times every day. But will Karen stick to it?
And you didn't take them for a walk on the weekend, did you?
No.
Because you said it was too hot.
That's correct, yes.
That's no excuse, really.
They didn't seem that they wanted to go for a walk last night. I won't take them out when it's hot. It's too much for them, especially with the coats. So that's why we didn't take the dogs as well.
And very quickly, the dog's behaviour deteriorates too. A week later, and Victoria's back to check up on them.
There's a difference between dogs being excited when people come in the door and dogs being manic. I knew that she hadn't been taking them out for a walk.
Don't matter.
The big one, what about walking? How's the walking been?
We Penny.
No, the walking with everybody.
Not very well. Not very well at all. It's been too hot for them.
They need their daily run. It's no good to say that it's been too hot. That's my one big thing. If you did nothing else, you have to exercise these dogs. And this is when crap stops. I don't want to hear it because it doesn't work with me. I'm sorry if you have to get up early in the morning. I'm sorry if you have to go to bed later at night. That's just the deal. If you had one dog, well, it would be easier, but you have 6. You're responsible for 6 lives here. You have too many dogs, you've got to get rid of some. I would rehome Penny, and I would rehome Cookie.
I wouldn't let the dogs go anywhere.
Wake up and smell the coffee. You might not have any choice. If your neighbours complain too many times, they could take your dogs away from you. Make no mistake about it, they could do that.
And if the neighbours don't do it, Victoria might.
If they cannot look after 6 dogs, some of the dogs should go to better homes, where they can get the attention and the time that they need.
Karen has to start taking her responsibilities seriously. Local authorities collect 100,000 stray dogs every year. They destroy 150 dogs a week. The lucky ones end up in shelters like this, where no healthy dog is put down.
Karen, this is a rehoming centre. How does this make you feel when you hear all of the barking?
Not very nice.
I think dogs come in here and they go, what did I do? What did my owners do to me?
I can't hack it, I'm sorry.
Karen.
I can't hack it, I'm tired.
It's not about you anymore, it's about your dogs, please. Most of these dogs haven't been abused or hit. They're here because of behaviour problems that are caused by their owners.
Victoria persuades Karen to come back in and face reality.
I don't like coming to these places.
You could go back to what you're doing.
No.
But each time you are sitting there thinking, I can't take my dogs for a walk, I want you to think about this place. You do not want Penny or Cookie or Fudge, Mouse, Blue, any of your dogs to come in here. Okay.
I did find it a bit hard with Victoria. I don't want it really to slip again. There's no going back now.
I don't care if you wake up in the morning, you think, oh, I'm too tired, can't do this. No, 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 that is not good enough. You get up and you take your dogs out.
The whole family is going to have to make sure Karen sticks to her new routine. And as long as the dogs are exercised, the family's able to control them at home.
Karen's dogs consume her whole life. Now that Sean's more involved with the dogs and that maybe Sean and Karen can have a little bit of time without the dogs always being there, then hopefully that relationship will get better.
It was always my dogs come first in our relationship. He couldn't kiss me goodnight. He couldn't sit by me because the dogs wouldn't let him. But now we can sit down in peace now and watch television together. It's nice.
It's up to Karen and Alan. My job as a trainer is to come in and give people the tools with which to work.
The dogs were in control of me. It's the other way around now. I'm in control of the dogs. It's a nice feeling.